Okay, Pisces, May 2019, last but not least, and I am so sorry it's late. I know you're the sign that always gets the brunt of it, and I am so sorry. You know, I was just thinking today that maybe next month I'll do it in reverse. Pisces first, all the way through to Aries. Hopefully I'm not a creature of habit and I can pull it off, okay? But Pisces, what is going on with you this month? I haven't even picked up the cards yet, but I feel like, I don't know, there's kind of like this spunkiness about you. I heard wanting what you can't have. I heard the forbidden fruit, shameful desires, what you wants you, but it's like there's a feeling of taboo here, you know? It's something that you can't have, but like there's this temptation, you know? And the first thing that I heard when I started tuning in was, ooh, Pisces, like, what are you doing? You know, like, that's what I heard. So, I don't know what's going on, Pisces, but about to get into these cards and find out. So, yeah, you feel, and it's so close to Aquarius, and Aquarius felt so heavy and dark, and it's just surprising to me how this doesn't feel like that. Okay, so let's point the camera down and see what we get. All right, Pisces, what is going on with the forbidden fruit? All right, Pisces. Shuffle now. Okay. Pisces, May 2019. Pentacles. Okay. So, let me see. All right, so right in the center, what's grounding this reading is the Four of Pentacles. This is, to me, keeping your cards close to your chest, not revealing your hand, not showing people what's going on with you, kind of protecting yourself, keeping yourself protected, okay? Maybe protecting your heart even, okay? Protecting your foundation, your stability, what keeps you grounded, everything about this is what you're protecting. Could be saving money, okay? Saving money to move. Maybe you've got a lot to juggle right now, but you're very hopeful in your thoughts. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a Leo, and I say that because we've got the Strength card and the Queen of Wands. So it could be a fire sign involved in this, or you have fire in your chart. There is something that you walked away from over here in the past with the Eight of Pentacles, and it was painful. But then we come back up here to with the Eight of Cups, I'm sorry, and then we come back up here to what's on your mind, and we have the Nine of Cups. So we've moved past this energy. See, this guy, he's walking away from the Eight of Cups right towards the Nine. There's like this little house off into the distance that he walks to, and inside this house there he sits, where he found the 9th cup, you know? And these are your desires. This is what you're thinking of, but I don't think you can have it right now. But this is something that you're keeping to yourself. This is something that you want that you can't have right now. And you're holding on to this, whatever this is. You're keeping it to yourself. But there's, you know, and it's so funny, right underneath the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So whatever it is here, it's like something that you started working on. Something that you started putting some work in. This is when an idea comes to fruition. We have the 2 of Pentacles here, where you're juggling the idea of something, okay? I feel like this reading goes in this direction. I'll show you. I think it goes like this, up, like that. This is how I feel like the direction of the reading is going, because we start with the 2 of Pentacles, then it goes to the 3 of Pentacles, and then to the 4. We start with the 8 of Cups, and then it moves into the 9. We've got Temperance in reverse, and then Strength upright. Then we have the Queen of Wands and the Chariot, you know? So I feel like this is how the reading, the direction it's going in. All right, so we'll start here, okay? This is the 2 of Pentacles. This is that juggling act. This is too many balls in the air. This is watch your step. Be careful. Excuse me. Because whatever you do with these 2 will be long lasting. It's going to set, this is setting the foundation to what you're building here. And it feels like you had to walk away from that. Whatever you started building, you had to walk away from. Because something didn't turn out right. And the moon is looking sad. So this was something, when I see the moon, and the moon's expression in this card looks pretty just upset, you know? And then the moon is sitting right next to the 4 of Pentacles. The moon is about things that are hidden. So I feel like whatever hurt you emotionally, like you kept this to yourself. You didn't share this. And it was hard for you to figure out a solution with this. Really hard. And like you couldn't figure out how to fix it, you know? How do you fix this when it's in reverse? The Temperance. You know, kind of lost your patience even. Which made you feel guarded. Maybe you felt guarded by something, which is why this is taboo, you know? Like, you feel guarded because you have to walk away from something emotional. Okay, so then we started rebuilding. Whatever it was that failed here, there's this sense of rebuilding. And you've built enough where you've moved from the 3 to the 4, and now you're in a place of evaluation. You're evaluating it. You're evaluating this. What's taking place. You're just looking. Keeping it to yourself, but looking. But it feels good to you. With the 9 of Cups, it feels good. But I also feel like this is where that you want what you can't have. There's something that you're attached to emotionally that you cannot have. It makes you feel good, but then we have right next to the Strength card. Why is the Strength card here? Is this a real fiery person? You know, why is that Strength card here? Is this something you're trying to work out, but you can't figure out the solution? How do you make this work? How do you make this work? You know, it may be one of those things you have to agree to disagree, or just move on from altogether, because you can't have it, you know, for whatever reason. That's what this feels like. And so we have the Chariot card here. So let's see what the Chariot's about. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay, that's not telling me anything. It's all people. What is the Chariot about? There's so many people involved. Maybe this is why this is so taboo. Okay. Chariot. Let's use more than people. Yeah. How interesting. So, how do you make it work? You got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Trying to figure out how to make this work with the Three of Cups. You know? Trying to figure out how we're going to make this work. So, with the Chariot, I see, to clarify, we got the Devil, the Three of Pentacles again, and the Four of Pentacles again. So again, this is something that you're building on and then stepping back to see if you should continue building. You know, or maybe, you know, because the next card after the Four of Pentacles is the Five of Pentacles. This is that feeling lack, you know. But then we have the Devil here. The Devil. This is an unhealthy attachment. This is taboo. This is taboo. This is the forbidden fruit. How interesting. For some, it could be trying to move away from addictions, things that you're addicted to. You know, that's what this feels like. It's very hard to explain, Pisces, and I feel like it's for a reason. Alright, so let's see what advice we get from this. And you know, I don't normally do this, but I want to pull some more cards past this to see what you can expect, because I feel like you're in a funny stage right now in this. And first of all, let me fix my cards because they're upside down and I don't like that. Some of them are. I'm gonna fix this with you right on camera. I should have done this already, but I can't. I don't like when this happens. I don't like my cards in reverse in my deck. This don't take long. It seems like I had it the wrong way. Start over. I don't like these cards in reverse. Alright, Pisces, let's get some clarity from Spirit. What's going on here? And then I'll pull a few more. One, so we can see what's coming after this Chariot. And two, because you're so patient for waiting so long for your reading and being the caboose of the train. May 2019, seek the truth, which I think you're doing with that Four of Pentacles. And this is going within. Pisces, Pisces, share the love. Refusing to see, change your focus, and blossoming. Like, refusing to see, change your focus. The forbidden fruit. You want what you can't have, the temptation. You know, I feel like the temptation is trying to conjure up a connection. You know, not conjure up. Let me see if I could reword that. In this share the love card, you know, in the background you can see couples facing each other, like holding hands. That's all over the print in the background. But if you look at this heart carefully, there's a crack in it. That heart has a crack in it. There's a light peering out of it, but that's a broken heart, you know. which is why I feel like that Eight of Pentacles came up. It's almost like you're trying to peer into that light to see what's real. But I don't feel like you are. I don't feel like you are seeing the real truth in a situation. I don't feel like you're really seeing the truth in something. I feel like the wool is being pulled over your eyes, or you don't care about the outcome of something, which is why it's saying to change your focus. Because when I say conjure something up, I don't mean in a very mean way. I don't mean it in a sneaky way, okay? I don't. I really don't. But we have the Blossom card here, and it really reminds me of the Magician, you know, trying to create something, or bringing earth. Well, there's earth and fire here too. It's like trying to bring something. How the heck can I explain this? You know, it's almost like this blossom is like building. It's like this temperance, okay? It's like temperance, and see if I can explain this to make it make sense. All right, the temperance card. In this card, you see somebody with 2 cups. You know, the cups are, they're pouring a liquid into 1 cup, but they go back and forth with this. It's like they're trying to mix this, trying to come up with the best solution for the problem. And there's a lot of patience in this. There's a lot of patience with this. But it's taking a while. So we have the Strength card. All right, so if you look, it's very earthy in the bottom and the sun at the top. It's earthy in the bottom here, but you know, it's like this light is shining over this person's head. It's like there's a sun behind their head, you know, or the crown is taking on that energy. And then we have this Blossom. So this is like that mixture, this, you know, that's taking patience and strength. This is something that's coming together. This is like the beginning of something that you're formulating for a particular result. And I feel like this is why they're telling you to change your focus, because I don't feel like you're seeing what the outcome will be from this, or what the result will be. It may not be what you thought it would be, because then at the bottom here we have feeling alone, you know, and it's very similar to that Eight of Cups. This guy's walking away from something emotional, and remember I said here in the distance there's this little house, and once he gets to the house there's the Nine of Cups. This is what's crowning your thoughts. And so when we get the feeling alone and we see this person looking at that house in the distance, look at that. See? Across that water, the water that was spilled here from these cups. Across that water. And you see this like a river, you know? Across that water is the house, and sitting in the house is the better feeling emotions. But, you know, it's like you're standing there trying to seek the truth, trying to seek that out. Is this a good decision? You know? And trying to formulate a solution. How do I get across this water? How am I going to get across there? Because you're determined to get to this house. You know? That's what, I don't know if that makes sense to you, Pisces, but that's the best way I can explain this. It's very strange. It's very strange, actually. Alright, so I want to see if we can look past the Chariot in this, the last card that was pulled. I want to see if we can look past that and see what's going to come after that. Let me just put the Chariot up top. What comes out? That was the last card that was here. So what's going to come after this Chariot? Why is that Chariot so significant? Waiting for an opportunity. Waiting for your opportunity for the it's the Lovers. The Hierophant came out in reverse. Dang it, see? That's what I'm talking about. At the bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and then the Strength card. Oh, Pisces. Oh, this is that taboo. This is wanting what you can't have. And it could be because somebody's with somebody else, you know? That's what it feels like. Gosh, there's so many threes. There's the Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles, you know, trying to build on something. And this is a soulmate connection. This is what this Chariot wants to move towards, but there's this waiting period. But it's not something that you can actually commit to. Not with the Hierophant in reverse. Now, if it were upright, I'd say go for it. That's marriage material. But it's in reverse. Why is this in reverse? You know, why? You want to see? Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. The High Priestess. The Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords. You know, the High Priestess is the all-knowing, you know. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is karma. This is the karmic wheel. And then the Two of Swords blocking it out. Like, this is not good karma. This isn't going to go the way you want to. And it's not like Spirit's trying to tell you. Spirit's here trying to tell you. With the High Priestess, they're trying to tell you. And there's that refusing to see. They're trying to tell you that what you think is going to be is not going to be. And you're going to end up getting this. That stalemate. The Two of Swords is the stalemate. Not being able to make a decision. Not being able to move forward. Because there's not going to be a commitment. So you may decide on your own not to move forward, because even though you want this, there's no real commitment here. Not with the Hierophant in reverse. Yikes, Pisces. Sheesh, I hope this reading makes sense. And I'm glad I went a little bit further for you, because it helped summarize it for me. It helped me to understand a really confusing reading. And maybe that's why maybe your energy's that way right now, because I usually don't struggle like that to get through a reading, but it was a little confusing. So maybe that's what's going on with you, and maybe that's why your current energy is the Four of Pentacles, where you're taking that time to reflect, you know, thinking about your stability. Like, you're pretty grounded right now. Do you move on to the next phase? The next phase is the Five of Pentacles. That's where you're feeling left out. That's where you're feeling in the dark, you know. And so this is totally up to you, but I feel like there's a part of you that devil energy comes in, where there's that forbidden fruit, you know, the temptation is there, and it's really intense and it's really strong. Like, even though you know that going after this thing is not good for you, it's almost like a drug addict, you know. It's like, I have to have it, I have to experience it, you know. So I think that's what it is. But if you do move forward with that idea, just, you know, understand that you may get burned in the end. And some of you may be okay with that. You know, some of you may be willing to roll those dice and say, if I get burned, I get burned, but at least I'll get a taste, you know. That's what it feels like. So Pretty taboo, if you ask me. All right, Pisces. I hope that made sense to you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So until next time, Pisces. Take care.